everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Shelby Spencer and it is nice to meet you guys. So for my returning subscribers, just a little update. I know in my last video I said I was going to start being more consistent with my videos, but the video that was supposed to go up 3 weeks ago, I was downloading it from my computer and I accidentally unplugged my camera way too quickly because I was in a hurry and it deleted all my files. So then about a week ago I went to go refilm it and for some reason the audio on my camera was off, so that went to crap too. So now we're here again filming this video for the third time and hopefully this one goes good. So that is why I am so behind on videos again, because this is just a really big mess up on my part, so I'm really sorry, but we're gonna be doing a really fun smoky eye today. I haven't done one of these in a long time and I think it's just time to spice things up and give you a little bit of a darker look. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're first of course going to prep our eyes, and for that I'm just going to be laying down any concealer just to kind of color correct my eye because I really want just a nice even base. I'm just gonna grab my beauty blender and blend it out. After I've done that, I'm going to go in with any type of skin tone shade from an eyeshadow palette and just lay this down on my eye to set it. And for this, I'm going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette into Tempera. Okay, after that, I'm going to go ahead and start working a crease color into my crease. So for that, I'm going to be using a little bit of burnt orange and a hint of rustic, just mixing those two together, and I'm going to start working this into my crease. For the smoky eye, we really want to make sure we have a nice transition shade to really make sure all of the colors blend together. Picking up a little bit more just to deepen it up. And one trick that you guys should know is if you really just want to have a nice like light eye look, instead of holding your brush here, hold it down here so you really can just kind of wiggle it around and it makes you have the lightest hand. So that is how I hold all my brushes, is down here, because then I can't be harsh. So it really helps me with control. So just hold your brush towards the end. Okay, after we've added that nice crease color, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Circus or something lumber, this brown shade right here, on a flat shader brush, and I'm actually going to pack this all on my lid. And this is going to kind of act as a base. Now as you can tell, I moved my hand up towards the tip of the brush a little bit more for this step because you want a little bit more control. You don't want this to be going all over our eye. Okay, after that we're going to go back in with the same blending brush, picking up no extra shades and just blending that together. Blending, blending, blending is what we're going to be doing a lot here. Because for a smoky eye, you know, you really want to make sure all of the shades are blended, and that really helps with not having it look like you have a black eye. Many people always ask me, how do you get a smoky eye without having it look like you got punched in the face? Well, I think the key is blending.
Every time you walk away from me, I want you. How could I want you more? Or when did I lose my perspective?
Okay, so after I have applied that brown shade all over my lid, you're going to go in with a smaller brush, and we're going to be picking up the shade Noir, the black shade. Any black shade is fine, and we're going to focus this right on the outer corner. Now the reason why I really like this black and brown shade in this palette is because they are so close in color, where the brown shade almost looks like black. And I really like brown smoky eyes. on brown eyes. I think it's more of a subtle smoky eye, and it's not like too crazy. So that's what I like to do, but on like blue eyes, I think using black looks gorgeous. So I'm just adding that into my crease lightly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and pick up a little bit more burnt orange and the rustic and just blend those together. Okay, so I went ahead and caught my other eye up so we can move forward. So you could totally leave your smoky eye with no type of glitter or anything on it. Kind of more of the matte look, which I like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this Stila Magnificent Metals liquid eyeshadow. Very gorgeous. And I'm actually not going to apply this all over the lid because I don't want it to look too intense. So what I'm going to do is take some of it and really get it on the back of my hand, just like that. And then we are going to go in with an even smaller shading brush, and we are going to just lightly pat this on our lid, just to add kind of like a nice little reflex of glitter. And I'm just focusing this right in the center. Now I think this just adds the perfect little glitz and glam to this type of eye look without being too overpowered. For the base, we're going to prep with this Tatcha Silk Canvas. I have absolutely been loving this stuff. I think I love the way it makes my skin feel right before makeup. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it really does much, but it smells good. I bought it, so I'm gonna use it. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use a foundation today because my skin is actually has been pretty well, except for this little bad spot, but we'll cover that up. So I'm going to go in with the CC cream from Ivorian. It's a Korean skincare line, and it's just amazing. I think it adds just a kind of a nice little sheen of coverage if you need it. So what's really cool about it is it goes on white, see? So I just kind of do this all over my face, and it's kind of fun. And it looks like I'm using a lot, but trust me, this is not a lot. I promise you. So you look super crazy. Okay, so the cool thing about this is it adjusts to your skin color. So it's on white, but when you blend it in, like you guys are probably not going to be able to tell, but as I'm blending it in, it's changing to my skin color. So it's super, super cool. And it works super well. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over. Okay, for concealer, we are going to go ahead and use my Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm almost out of. Apply a teeny bit of that under my eyes. And on any problem areas you would like to cover up. I just like to do kind of all around my mouth because it's very normal for females to get kind of redness around that area. It's just hormonal. And now I'm going to take a little bit of my NARS Creamy Custard Concealer in the shade Light 1. This is very light, and since I have a tan, I'm just going to use this to brighten. So after we apply that, I'm going to go ahead and blend it into the beauty blender. Go ahead and set it with some Laura Mercier powder. Now really quickly before I set it, I'm just going to look up and blend out those creases that we may have gotten. Take this on a tapered brush and just pack it under my eyes. Now I don't really like to bake just because I think it makes my skin look more cakey. So I just like to do that and then just sweep it off. Now if one trick, which guys let me know down below if you guys want to know how I cover zits and pimples and any bad areas, because I have some really good tips. So if you guys want to see that, give my video a thumbs up and I'll dedicate a video to that. I have some very good tips on how to conceal those bad boys, because everybody gets them. It's part of life. Okay, so we have now set the face. Kind of have some sparkles on the cheeks from the eye look, but it's okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Tarte Pro Glow palette into the shade Sculpt right here, and I'm going to use this to lightly contour. just like to bring the excess right up on my forehead because I have kind of a larger forehead, at least I think so. And then a good trick is put a little bit under your lip, right here. Makes your lips look a little bit more pouty. Okay, now for bronzer, I have been loving using this bronzer. And you know what, I don't know why I ever stopped because this is amazing. This is my Hourglass bronzer. It's got that like light ambient finish to it, so it's kind of a sparkly, bronzy glow. So I just like to sweep this kind of all over my face. I think I use this a little bit too much, but it's okay. I just love the way it looks. You can bring it down to your neck and onto your chest if you really want to kind of add the glow and the sheen there. Okay. Now I'm going to add a touch of blush today, just because you still want to kind of make sure you look alive and well. So we're going to go in with California, and I'm just going to pick up a teeny bit of this and just lightly brush it on the apples of my cheeks and blend it back. Now I'm not adding any extra product, I'm just blending it into my skin, kind of melting it in. Okay. Now it is time for highlighter. I really debated on which highlighter I wanted to use, but I think we're gonna mix up a few. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to set my skin with the Iconic London Prep Set and Glow, which will add a nice radiance, and then we're gonna go on top of highlighter. So now while that is like setting down and it's still a little bit tacky, we are going to go ahead and go in with an actual powder highlight. And for that today, we're going to be using the Dose of Colors Fuego highlight. It's this really beautiful gold, which I think looks great with kind of a, when you're bronzed. And I'd say I'm pretty tan right now. So I just like the way it looks. Now we're gonna just go ahead and apply this on our cheeks into our C shape. So I'm back from putting on mascara, and as I was putting on mascara, I was looking at myself in my mirror and I'm like, huh, something is missing from my eye look. Like, I'm not loving it. And then I realized we did not finish the lower lash line. So we're gonna go ahead and do that because I definitely think the lower lash line kind of puts the whole look together. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with the brown shade that we used on our crease, or on our lid, my bad, and run this under our lower lash line. And with the same brush, I'm gonna lightly take the black, very lightly, and I'm just going to use this right on the outer corner, again, kind of replicating the top and connecting it to the black on the outer V. And then what I like to do for looks like this is I like to take a fluffy brush with no product, and I like to just look up. It can kind of feel weird and ticklish, but it's worth it. And just run it under my eyes and just really blend it out and diffuse it. And what you can even do is sometimes I take like the bone color that I use to set my eyes, and I will take that and just run it right under there, just to really make sure it looks blended. And then lastly, go ahead and take the mascara that you were using and apply a good layer to your bottom lashes. Make those babies look nice and long, just like that. See, doesn't that just kind of bring the whole smoky eye together? I think it does. For lips now, we are going to go in with my Milani lipstick. I have used this. I absolutely love this stuff. It's like the perfect nude for me. And just lightly kind of tap that on my lips. Again, I don't want a super bright color on my lips because the eyes are the main focus. And lastly, a little bit of gloss, because I'm a gloss girl. Guys, so that completes the look, and finally we got it. Now I just gotta make sure not to screw it up like I did last time. So please show me the loving on this look. I could really use it. It only took 3 times, but 3rd time's a charm. So I guess that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below and give it a big thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Bye!